Peppa Pig. This book is all about Peppa Pig. That's me! Peppa lives with Mummy and Daddy Pig and her little brother George, and with Goldie, Teddy and Mr. Dinosaur. Dinosaur! At playgroup, Madame Gazelle teaches Peppa and her friends. They paint, play, sing, and do lots of fun things. Hooray! Peppa likes dressing up as everything. But her favourite thing to do is jump in muddy puddles. Peppa loves spending time with her granny and grandpa, especially dinner time. Yummy, my favourite. Sometimes Peppa has so much fun she doesn't want to go to bed. This is the best book ever. But she always enjoys a bedtime story. The end. Peppa Pig, Cold Winter Day. It is a cold winter day. Peppa and George have wrapped up warm in their hats, scarves and mittens to go and feed the ducks. Look, it's a muddy puddle, cries Peppa. Peppa loves jumping in muddy puddles. She runs over to the puddle, but as she tries to jump in, she slips. Oh, it's frozen solid, she says. Snorts George. It's not funny, George, says Peppa. Daddy Pig loves muddy puddles too. Be careful, Daddy, shouts Peppa. Daddy Pig has jumped straight onto the frozen puddle. Whoa, says Daddy Pig, wobbling about. It's lucky I'm so good at balancing. Everyone keeps walking until they find the duck pond. Wow! Peppa and George throw some bread to the ducks, but it just bounces along the surface. The pond is frozen too. Peppa and George both giggle as the ducks slide around. Sorry for laughing, Mrs. Duck, says Peppa, but you do look funny. Look, it's snowing, says Daddy Pig. I'm going to catch lots of snowflakes, shouts Peppa. Says George as he tries to catch them too. Hello, Peppa and George, says Susie Sheep. We're going to have a toboggan race. Wow. Please, can we go and watch? asks Peppa. Of course, says Mummy Pig. Let's walk up the hill to the start. Hooray! Daddy Pig picks up George because it is too slippery for him to walk up the hill on his own. What about me? says Peppa. It's a bit slippery for me too. Come on then, says Daddy Pig, scooping up Peppa. Mummy Pig tells Daddy Pig to be extra careful not to fall over. Don't worry, Mummy Pig, he says. I'm very good at balancing. At the top of the hill, all the toboggans are just setting off when Daddy Pig topples over and starts skidding down the hill. He zooms past Danny Dog, Zoe Zebra and Pedro Pony. Soon, Daddy Pig is in the lead. Peppa and George are sitting on Daddy Pig's tummy. Whee! They call. They are enjoying the ride. Peppa and George win the race.
Hooray!
My daddy makes a great toboggan, Peppa tells everyone. All the children are laughing about Peppa and George's special toboggan ride. It's not funny, says Daddy Pig. It is a bit funny, says Mummy Pig. I suppose it is a bit funny. Daddy Pig agrees. Everyone laughs. The end. Peppa Pig, Grampy Rabbit's Lighthouse. Peppa, George and Danny Dog are helping deliver supplies to Grandad Dog's friend, Grampy Rabbit. Where does Grampy Rabbit live? asks Peppa. Out at sea on a rock, says Grandad Dog. On a rock, says Peppa. Yes, in that lighthouse, says Danny.
Wow!
Oh, gasp Peppa and George. They land at the lighthouse.
Hooray!
Visitors! exclaims Grampy Rabbit. I haven't had visitors in many a moon. I get lonely with just the sea and the sky for company. How long have you been here? asks Peppa. Since Tuesday, says Grampy Rabbit. I've got tales to tell, says Grampy Rabbit, if you'd like to hear. No thanks, says Grandad Dog quickly. Yes, please, reply Peppa and Danny. Grampy Rabbit starts to sing. I got up this morning, the sea was still there, so was the sky. The sea, the sky, the sea, the sky. Peppa and Danny join in. Why is your house called a lighthouse? asks Peppa. I'll show you, says Grampy Rabbit. They climb a staircase to the very top of the lighthouse. It's called a lighthouse because it has this big light at the top, says Grampy Rabbit.
Wow!
It shines through the dark, helping sailors find their way. Grampy Rabbit takes out a megaphone. And when it's foggy, I use this foghorn. He says, Fog! That's loud, cries Peppa. No fog today, just sea and sky, says Grampy Rabbit sadly. The stories I could tell. No thanks, says Grandad Dog. We must be going. Peppa, George, Danny and Grandad Dog set off for home. It is now very dark. Don't worry, says Grandad Dog. The light from Grampy Rabbit's lighthouse will show us the way home. Grampy Rabbit is ready for bed, so he turns the light out. He also turns the big light out. Grandad Dog phones Grampy Rabbit. Could you turn the big light on again? He asked. The big light shines again. Hooray! cry Peppa and Danny. It is getting foggy. I can't see the light anymore, says Peppa. Grandad Dog phones Grampy Rabbit. It's us again, he says. Can you sound the foghorn, please? Fog! bellows Grampy Rabbit. Fog! Grampy Rabbit's voice is like a foghorn. Thanks to Grampy Rabbit, they arrive back safe on land.
Hooray!
Mummy Pig, Daddy Pig, and Mrs. Dog are waiting to take them home. We went to a lighthouse, says Peppa excitedly. Grumpy Rabbit's lighthouse guided us home safely, says Grandad Dog.
Grampy Rabbit sang a song. Would you like to hear it?
Asked Peppa. No thanks, says Grandad Dog.
Yes, please,
say the parents.
Peppa and Danny sing. I got up this morning, the sea was still there. So was the sky, the sea, the sky.
The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for more.